Hey again, thanks for joining me. Today we're making pumpkin soup and I really wanted to share this recipe with you because there are lots of different pumpkin soup recipes getting around, but this one is really simple and easy to make, but lots of people love it. So you might love it too, you might like to try it as well. We're going to start off by prepping all of our ingredients and then I'll remove my trusty little stove cover and we'll cook everything up. So we'll start with dicing an onion. Because we're blending this soup up, you don't need to worry too much about the size of the dice. Just a little bit of garlic, 1 clove. We don't want it to be too garlicky. Again, just roughly chopped is going to be fine. We're using a Jap pumpkin today, or a Kent pumpkin. I'm just going to remove the seeds first. Then give it a slice. And then you can simply go around and take the skins off. And dice. I find that this is a really nice, safe method for taking the skin off the pumpkin because you're working with your pumpkin on a flat surface so it can't slip or roll, and your knife is always heading down towards the board, which means you're not going to have any accidents. Now it's time to prep our potatoes. You don't have to peel them. I'm going to peel them today because it just makes the soup that little bit more creamy and smooth, but it's perfectly fine to leave them in as well. Cut them into dice and make the dice just a little bit smaller than your pumpkin pieces. And the reason for this is because the potato is harder, so it takes a little bit longer to cook. So if they're a little bit smaller, then they should be ready at roughly the same time. And the last thing to prep is some nutmeg. You can use nutmeg that's already ground, but I'm going to grate some fresh just because the flavour is just that little bit better when it's fresh. I'm going to use a microplane, and it's really handy to just leave the cover on the back, or put the cover on the back, and then it will catch all the grated nutmeg. Okay, I'll just take the cover off the stove and then we can start cooking our soup. Okay, just heat the pan to about medium heat and add a little splash of water. Our onions. And just saute them until they soften a little bit. Once the onions have softened, bring in the garlic and the spices. Got some cumin and coriander. And the grated nutmeg. Cook that down until it's all really nice and soft, and add a splash more water if you need to, if it starts sticking and catching on the bottom. When you're happy that it's nice and softened, bring in your vegetables, potato and pumpkin. and a litre of vegetable soup. Give it a stir, then pop the lid on and let it cook down at a gentle simmer until everything's really nice and soft. Right, that's cooked for a while now, so let's have a check and see how it's going. Okay, I'm just pushing the potato against the side of the pan with the wooden spoon, and it's really nice and soft, so we'll just let it cool for a moment and then we can blend it up with the stick blender. Okay, it's cooled for a moment. Let's give it a whiz. Okay, now let's serve it up. Oh, it's lovely. And I really like to put a couple of little extra toppings on top of my soup. So I'm going to add some toasted pumpkin seeds, and a few chili flakes. And there you go, a perfect winter warmer pumpkin soup.